Hello, sunshine. Welcome to Be Visible with Veronica, the podcast where bold conversations and soul-aligned strategy help you awaken your most powerful self. I'm your host, Veronica Bahn. Get ready to stop dimming your light, own your magic, and finally be so visible you can't be ignored. Let's get visible. Hello, sunshine. Welcome back to Be Visible with Veronica. Today we have Goldilocks in the house. Yes, Goldilocks. You're going to want to stay tuned because this guest came all the way from Central Mass, and she is here to share her brilliance in her company, the clients that she represents, what got her started on this incredible entrepreneurial journey, and what brought her to Arizona. Kristin, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, Veronica. Thank you.
I'm glad we got rid of the giggles.
Oh, yeah. That was tough. You blamed it all on me, but...
I needed somebody to blame it on.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's all you. You're in production. I feel like I have a high bar here that we needed to set.
No pressure at all.
And I learned what DP meant today.
Director of photography, yep.
Yes, so...
All the good producers have one that makes them look good, has good lighting, and...
We have a good DP in here then, because this TV show... It rocks for all of my guests and for me. Lighting's great, color's great, all the things. I'm excited to have you here on Be Visible with Veronica.
Because we are networking gurus.
We are. So
That's how we met.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they say your network is related to your net worth.
Absolutely.
And as you're building community and relationships as an entrepreneur, you said something to somebody that caused us to meet. What was that famous line? Because I'm telling you, this is a pro tip that everybody needs to listen to. So get ready. You're going to want to remember this.
It's going to have to be the name of my podcast. It's so simple. I had never been to Arizona until last year because I have a client who's doing a big event here. And I said to her, I'm just going to go make friends. And every time I met with someone, a woman, I said, who else do I need to meet? Who else can you introduce me to? Because I just need to meet more of you. So it was just such a simple concept, and it worked. And it was like that old commercial. I think it was a shampoo commercial. And they told two friends, and so on, and the blocks, and they just multiplied.
Yes.
And here we are almost a year later, and I have almost as many friends here as I do back home, because just showing up and being in the room and being in the space and just asking that simple question, who else do I need to meet? How can I help you? Because it's going to come back, right?
Absolutely.
It's a mutual exchange of energy. How can I help you? Because I think that will come back if I help somebody.
Of course.
And when I say it, I mean it. A lot of times people say, let me know if there's anything I can do. And they don't really mean it.
Right.
But I mean it. I said it to a woman this morning in a Starbucks meeting. She's launching a business, doesn't know anything about marketing. I said, if you want me to look at the marketing plan and you feel comfortable sharing it, send it over. I'll look at it because I can help. I can see where there may be holes and just say, have you thought about this? And I said, and I mean it. And she was blown away, right? Because I may need help. I may need to call you someday. And I feel like, and it was evident in the room yesterday at your event, that everybody wants to help each other. I've gotten so many text messages and more people wanting to meet, and I met with somebody already this morning,
yes, you did.
Mel, to talk about books and
Six-figure
just
chicks. Yep.
Yeah,
Mel,
because I'm going to help her, right? And then she's going to help me, and I'm going to introduce you, and it just feels good.
It does feel good.
Yeah.
Money is an exchange of energy, and I love that we're looking at money as female, because it procreates, right? It grows.
Yes.
But if you can even pull that layer back and realize that my investment in you, time, IP, intellectual property, relationship, you have intellectual property, you have genius, we can invest that in each other, and that it all circles around. And
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And it might not come from the exchange of you and I, but what we do together helps others, and it comes around another way when we don't see it happening. And I love that. And I just want to share a story. A couple days ago, I had somebody reach out to me. I haven't talked to her in a couple months. And she said, Veronica, thank you for introducing me to XYZ. I have a little treat for you. I just want to thank you. It was a lovely referral. And I want to honor that you took the time to introduce us. And she's working with me now. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great. She sent me a Venmo of a couple $100. Who knew? I didn't ask for it. There was no, I'm an affiliate. I'm going to make an introduction. I hope it was just this lovely moment of go to dinner,
but
go
now
have
you're going to
fun.
remember her.
Yes.
And then the next time, it's relationship building, not transactional.
Absolutely.
And a good friend of mine, Deborah Poneman, she was the one who taught me this phrase. And when she said it, I was like, oh, I do that. Relationship capital.
Absolutely.
But I'd never heard it like coined that way. And now I say it all the time because when I realized that you're collecting people, that sounds kind of weird, like you're collecting people, but you're really collecting skills, people that know people, other people that connect you.
And it's not weird and icky and like, I need this in my box and I need this tool. I need this in my tool belt. This person, it's not a notch. It's not a little black book of people. It's you go out there and you just meet people and you're like, oh my gosh, I was just talking to somebody who said they needed that and I'm now going to do an introduction. And then look what you did. You created that capital, that relationship capital, that intelligence piece.
And that's where the magic happens, right?
Right.
My client Hillary, she went to New York to become a certified matchmaker, but she doesn't match men and women. She matches women in the room, right? So she has this innate ability to say, oh, Veronica, you need to meet her or you need to meet her and just matchmake the right women. And that is also what we all need because entrepreneurship is hard. It can be lonely. It can be sad. You know, you have good months, you have bad months. And when you have a network, a tribe, whatever you want to call it, that you can reach out to, that you can lean on, that you can say, hey, do you know somebody? I also did this morning at this table at Starbucks. Do you know anyone that can help us build a set? I'm from Massachusetts, so I don't have the same resources. I don't have the same people. But I know people who are here.
Yep.
And I ask the question, yes, my husband is in construction. What? Right?
And I think as women, sometimes we forget the ask. I had another conversation the other day, and she said, I've been doing it. I've been running my family, running my marriage, running my business, running my life. I do it all. That is a muscle you build, the ask muscle. But it's also in the receiving of it. So we have to be willing to also receive the compliment, the give.
Absolutely.
The $200 Venmo that just came my way that I was like, we have to be open and willing, and that is a muscle. And as women, so many of us are givers. Give, because we think that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're on this planet to do, to give.
And receive compliments. Hey, I really love that shirt. I really love that lipstick.
Thank you.
Yes, I do.
I receive it with my whole heart.
But think about it, like how many times you felt uncomfortable.
Oh no, this cheap thing or that ugly thing, or I just picked this up the other day.
I got it at TJ Maxx. Yes. It was only $9.99.
Exactly.
What? It doesn't matter. Receive. Right.
So pro tip for everybody is be in that space. Be in that space of receiving, because if you are somebody who says everyone around me just takes, I feel like all I'm ever doing is giving. When is it going to be my turn? I'm telling you, shift your mindset. The people around you will shift out of your sphere if they're not meant for you, and you will elevate to a place where everybody is in this beautiful reciprocal space. Don't you agree?
It's a mutual exchange when you find the right people, right? I always say sometimes when you're trying to do something too hard or work with somebody and it's just not working out, it's because they're not meant to be there in your space, and you have to, not to get all woo-woo, but just see the signs and just go somewhere else. Like when we met and we got introduced, it was just this initial flow, and we had known each other for so long.
Like
hey, come out to my event. Sure. It's also saying yes.
Right. And we trusted the person who was introducing us, though, too. And
that is huge, right? It came from a well-respected, trusted source. So then you show up, And it makes it that much easier to know, oh, this person is quality. This person's going to show up. This person is going to add value to what I'm doing, not in a transactional way, but in a relationship way.
Yes.
And us women in this midlife, whatever area we want to call it, are also looking for connection in a deeper way. We've raised our children. We've built our businesses. We may be relaunching into another business and health and all of the things, but we have each other. That was what was so beautiful at your event yesterday. I said, we hung out in the bar area for 3 hours.
We've never had that many people stay.
We could have stayed
for
and
3
stayed.
more. If they were serving food, I heard. They cut the food off to, okay, it's time to
They're
go.
like, the kitchen's closed, ladies. We don't want you to stay, right?
But it was beautiful because and it was okay that there was also pockets of conversation happening. Nobody felt left out. That's when you know an event is really good.
There were little cohorts within the group. Yeah.
I had somebody tell me years ago, you know an event is powerful with who stays after.
And who keeps talking about it after and saying, oh, hey, like today, I was with a couple other women that weren't there, that I had invited there. I still was saying, you need to go there the next time. I'm going to connect you because you need to be in the room because those are your people. Women entrepreneurs just need that tribe of people. And women specifically, I think they just network and support each other in a different way. I'm not a man, so I can't say, but I've heard that, and I think it was magical, the exchange of energy in your room. And I've been to a couple of the eWomen Network events, and every time, and I'm going to go to the Dallas event because I'm going to continue to experience and learn, and it's teaching me things that I didn't know, and I want to help other people, so it's being in those rooms. That's not gonna happen, me, myself, and my Zoom.
No.
And so as much as my dogs don't like it, and my son, every time I take my suitcase down out of the attic, they start to pace, I have to do it. And I like to go home, but I also have an amazing time and always learn from incredible women.
You have to step out to step up.
Yes. Yes. And I think post-COVID, right, we're kind of all burnt out on Zoom meetings and those in-person experiences when women can just celebrate each other, and it's really
with
beautiful.
Pure intention, with no strings attached, with no worry of competition, but collaboration, and that takes a different mindset. It takes a different, again, it's a muscle you learn to flex, and you have to practice it. And you have to stretch it and be willing to watch that grow.
You have to show up first, right?
Yes. You have to show up to step up.
I like that. Yes. No, it's a good thing that we're back and women are out and supporting each other. It's really beautiful. Last year at my client Hillary's event, I realized that in the room there were all different types of women from all different areas, all different levels of success, 6, 7, 8, 9, like figure businesses, and there was no ego in the room. And that was really magical to see because
to check that at the door.
It just wasn't there. And I would see women over here collaborating and hugging, and true friendships were being like made in the room. It was not transactional, right?
I love that.
And I was the one as the producer producing the testimonial, so I got to hear firsthand, and there was nothing fake about them, right? It was like true, these are women that I'm going to be friends with for the rest of my life.
I love that.
That just lit me up because then I was like, oh, I know what we're here for, right? We're here to create these relationships that who knows what magic is going to happen as a result. And I felt that yesterday too.
So speaking of Goldilocks and how you're feeling, and how Goldilocks, the story of Goldilocks, that metaphor, that simile, that old child poem, everybody can visualize what that is. She's testing out the houses, the chairs, the cushions, the porridge. You are invited to stay. So Goldilocks Productions, let's talk about that, because that's your baby.
It is.
And I want to also learn more about Hillary, because you've mentioned her now 3 or 4 times, so I want to talk about that. And, of course, her event sounds magical. So we'll get to that, too. So stay tuned. You're going to want to pay attention. But Goldilocks Productions started from a place of X.
So it's funny, I was telling somebody this story yesterday because when you look back at your life, you see those moments, I don't know if you watched the movie Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow, right? That there's a thing that happens that if that thing never happened, your life would have gone this way or that way. And it all started because I thought I was going to go to school for fashion merchandising. I worked at the TJX companies, TJ Maxx, started 3 days before Christmas, my senior year of high school. I thought I wanted to get into fashion merchandising and go to New York. Well, that wasn't really what I wanted. After a year and a half at this one school, I was like, I don't want to do that. It's not what I want. So I transferred to another school where my father was the head of the economics department. So his secretary helped me with the transition to transferring. And when new students transfer in, they pick your classes for you that first semester.
Okay.
I got handed TV production. That is a class in a million years I never would have chosen.
Wow.
Never, ever, ever. That first semester, I got put in that class. And to this day, I'm still friends with the girl that was sitting next to me because you know how sometimes you just connect with somebody and you know that you're people. And so because I got put in that class is why Goldilocks Productions exists, because I call it, I got bit by the film bug, right? Then, fun fact, I applied to UCLA for grad school. I didn't get in because I didn't know what I was doing, but I immediately knew that making movies was what I wanted to do. I had volunteered on a student film that was in town in Salem, Massachusetts, where the witch trials happened. They were doing a period piece, and they had put up like notes on the bulletin board that they were looking for help. And I went to my teachers and I said, can I miss class because I want to go be a production assistant for a few days? And they were like, yep, go. And I stepped onto that movie set and I was like, this is what I want to do. Wow. So Goldilocks Productions was born then. So it was always kind of a side hustle, we'll call that, because as a single mom, I had a safe corporate job. So Goldilocks Productions was the thing I did on the weekends. I made music videos, movies, all the things. So I still had my creative while I was being responsible. And in 2002, when my son was 4, I decided it would be a really grand idea for me to go to grad school for screenwriting as a single mother with a full-time job.
Okay.
So Goldilocks Productions really got ramped up then because I went to grad school to write the feature film that I am now still working on. It's had many iterations. I shot a short film in 2009, then another version of it where the character was younger in 2016. We went on to win a bunch of awards. The first film festival we got into was the Los Angeles International Women's Film Festival, and we won Best Narrative Short. I was like, what? I'm like, okay, I guess Goldilocks is here to stay.
I love it.
And so from then, I have been making movies, documentaries, building a roster of clients. COVID hit. I managed actors, then influencers, which then led me to this path. I actually met Hillary from my producing partners because I'm actually producing a Christmas movie, and then she and I connected. And so little by little, I have this kind of interesting hybrid of a company that's part production, part development, part marketing, part client support. And so Hillary's one of my clients. She's one of the clients that I spend a lot of time with because she has this incredible 3-day event. I produce her podcast. So I still do production with her, but then we have this signature 3-day event.
And that's coming up in Phoenix, Arizona in September.
So this will be the second year. It's called Relaunch to a Rich Life Live. And last year it was at the Kierland. This year we're going to be at the Fairmont, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. The night before, we're going to premiere the documentary. See, that's where Goldilocks comes in.
Okay,
we're
and
going
it's the documentary on
Hillary.
So
the documentary, we interviewed 21 or 22 women. I'm starting to lose track. I think it's 22 now. We interviewed 21 the day after the 3-day event, and then
a year ago. Okay.
And so all of those interviews and part of Hillary's story is going to be woven all together.
Oh, wow.
It's called Secrets from Iconic Women. So it's telling the story. It's kind of like Think and Grow Rich for women. There's a book, there's a podcast, and there's a documentary.
Nice.
And so don't you worry because we're going to partner because in 2027, We're going to take the movie on tour.
Okay.
To really, get the story out of all these incredible women, which ties into why I'm networking and meeting more women, right? Because we get, when we tell women stories, like we were just saying, right? Other women learn. We can learn from each other. Oh, how did that woman build her?
This podcast exists. This TV show that's here
It's
that
why
we're
we're
producing
sitting here,
in studio.
right?
Yes.
And for me, Goldilocks Productions, the tagline is, we tell stories about badass women.
And mine's be so visible you can't be
So
ignored.
when I met Hillary and I heard what she was doing with her business, we're both visionaries. We're like, blah, 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 blah. Let's do this. Let's do this. And it's just, I've been working with her for 2 years, and I love the space and the energy, just like the room you created. When women come together, I sound like a broken record, but you don't even know what's going to happen. I keep hearing stories of the magic that happened that we weren't even part of. It just happened because you create a space for that to happen. I left your event and already had 3 women that wanted to meet with me today, and I only squeezed 1 of 3 in, and I'll continue to do that.
Well, you're welcome back.
Oh, I think I'll probably be back in a few weeks at this point.
Love it. That's great.
Yeah.
One of the things, Kristen, you said that to me is a through line in business development is you go through the doors that are opening for you. So many women want to kick the door down because their ego is in the way with the direction they've always believed they wanted to go. And it's hard, and they want to know why it's hard. It shouldn't be hard. When you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's not supposed to be hard. But letting other people also guide you is super important. Having a coach, having a mentor, having somebody. I said to a client today, you can't see the label when you're inside the jar.
That's a good one.
I have a coach and a mentor that I'm continuing to work with because I know there's more things I can be doing always to see my business from different angles. But the through line for me is you also see everything with the vision of future forecasting. How can we do this one thing that will turn into 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 other things down the road? Yes, what are we doing today that we can build a foundation that's 2, 5, 10 years down the road? Your movie is getting ready to go into big time.
We're in post-production.
25-ish years, you said, ish. No, 20-ish. From concept to your first short.
About Snowflake, that one.
Yeah, Snowflake. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Snowflake. So taking you through that, and so many people, they just see the Michael Jordan swish at the end. They just see the end game. They just see everybody standing up there with the gold.
Everybody wants to ride in the limo, Veronica.
Yes.
They don't see all the dirty work that happens behind the scenes and the weekends.
The bicycle and the tricycle and then broken wheels and then all the vehicles to get you there. And I just want to tell women that are listening to this and watching us today, there's a process. Yes, there seems to be speed with some, and there seems to be rowboats with others. You've got the speedboat, but no matter what vehicle you're in, you can always decide to change the vehicle. It's your choice.
Absolutely.
You get to decide how fast you go. It's up to you with who you know. But you also have to be willing to get uncomfortable and put yourself out there and ask those questions. Again, back to the ask. I don't know that I've ever asked anybody in my 40 years of business,
I
in
need to copyright it.
25 plus years of networking, who do I need to know? I've never asked. I see people, and I'm like, I need to connect with them, and then I believe in the power of proximity. I'll see people because I'm putting myself out there who I would love to connect with or know or meet, and I'll think about them, and then suddenly I'm meeting them. But I've never said to somebody, "Who do I need to know? I'm going to this city. Who else do I need to know? I'm going to this country. Who do I need to know?" I want to speak in London. Who do I need to know? I want to travel to Paris with my husband and tie it into business and connecting. Who do I need to know?
It's so simple.
Wow.
And I don't know. It was just so obvious to me. I don't know if I shared with you, I'm actually writing a book called All They Can Say Is No.
Yes, you did.
Right?
Because we talked about my podcast of no, it means K-N-O-W.
Right.
It's not an N-O.
And so while you're saying this, I'm thinking, oh, it's such a basic thing to just say, who else do I need to know? But it's also ties back to the theme of my book, which is really what Goldilocks has been built on. So in my book, I tell all the stories about how I would cold email people or reach out.
Love. It's what Susie Pruden talked about yesterday.
Oh, you know that I walked up to her, I'm interviewing her for my book because she told an all they can say is no story right in front of me.
Yes,
And I'm interviewing other women as well because I didn't want my book to be all about here's all the cool things that I've done because I sent a cold email. I really want it to be here's some examples of how I've done it to do cool things. I cold emailed the director of a little movie called Wayne's World. Cold emailed because I found her email on IMDb. I'm giving you a whole section of my book, but here's a sneak preview.
Okay, I love it.
You won't need to read that chapter.
This is why we're going to buy it.
It's such a great story because it's proof that all you have to do is ask the question. It's like
all they can say is no.
Right? So I emailed her. I have to just tell the story because it's just so powerful. I emailed her. I got a response from her, not an agent, not a manager. She asked me, "Do you have a budget?" I said, "No, I haven't raised any money yet." She said, "Come back later." But 2 weeks later, I'm in the grocery store. I remember I was in the juice aisle when I got the email, and she said, "I can't get your script out of my head. Can you send it?" I literally dropped the basket right there in the grocery store, ran to my car, went home to email her the PDF. And do you know that I have her phone number in my phone? I met her at a Starbucks in LA. Wow. She wanted to direct my movie. I just got goosebumps.
Is this Snowflake?
Because
a
different movie that's still in development hell.
Okay.
But Hollywood didn't care. But the point was, little old me had a meeting with a legend of a woman who directed a movie that did $56 million at the box office. And then she told me my movie was better than another movie that I won't name that did a lot of money at the box office. So that's when you realize, and Sandra Yancey said it when I saw her speak, when she told the story about, I think it was Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
That these celebrities are just people like we are.
They put their pants on the same. They brush
somebody
their
to
teeth
ask them,
the same.
who else do I need to know?
Exactly.
Or can you help me? All they can say is no, and then you move on. It's so simple. I was like, I need to teach a college course about this, because that's a real skill that they don't teach you. And and then I thought about it, where did this come from? I was the quiet middle child. Where did this force come from? Mm-hmm. It's because when you find something that you're really passionate about, that you want to get, you'll figure it out.
Right.
So I just started cold emailing, calling people. And then sometimes I got a yes.
Well, didn't J.K. Rowling say she sent her script to how many people before
Rocky, movie Rocky?
Yep.
There's stories everywhere, but no one has named it yet. Mm-hmm. Because the day that I got the idea while I was brushing my teeth, which was random, it hit me because
I told you, we all brush our teeth the same
way. It was
way.
something that I had said, I had been saying for years. All right, I called so-and-so at this studio. All they can say is no, ha ha ha, and then I would move on. And then the day it hit me, I was like, yeah, I probably need to start telling these stories.
Wow.
And then I realized I'm not the only one that has these stories because, of course, my reticular activating system,
yes.
Once I started writing the book, every time I turned around, there was another one on a Mel Robbins podcast, in my social feed, over here, over there. I'm like, we're all the same. We all have the same needs. Some people are just more afraid to ask. Mm-hmm. And clearly I'm not.
Oh, I love this. So I have the who do I need to know?
Do
you want to know it?
Yes. Maybe I know somebody who knows somebody.
Reese Witherspoon. Can you guess why?
Oh.
Yes.
Hello, Sunshine.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been saying
I actually know somebody who is connected to her.
Years and years and years. This podcast was initially Hello, Sunshine. I sat with my producer. We put it up on YouTube, and we knew.
Did you get?
She had.
Did you get a copyright ding?
We did not get a copyright
ding.
Did you get an
email from a lawyer?
No. But this was the whole thought process. This is how everybody knows me. I had somebody today give me a tablecloth that said,
you say it
"Hello,
so
Sunshine."
much.
My
It's your
emails.
brand.
It's just me. It's just what I love. Even
just your
Susie
energy.
yesterday said, "Your energy is so sunshine. It matches you. It's so perfect." And we're sitting there looking it up on YouTube. And we're like, well, if it's not for video, we might
If we're not
still-
infringing.
If we're not infringing, nope. It's her book club. There it is. Well, do you know her feed came through on Facebook? So I've now been watching, following. I'll comment. She's so fun. But I said this to my lawyer. Let's just call it Hello Sunshine, and I'll get a cease and desist letter,
But then
and we'll
she'll know
talk
you.
about it, and then she'll know me, and I'll invite her on the show, and we'll laugh, and we'll tell the story. And I'm
Hey,
10 years
Veronica,
older than her.
all she can say is no.
All she can say is no.
You want me to show you how to look up her production company on IMDb?
Not on live TV.
Oh, no. No.
But after, yes.
She's just waiting for you.
She's just waiting. But
Yeah.
wouldn't that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, somebody said, what are you going to do when we hit our 1-year anniversary? And I said, I want to interview Reese Witherspoon. We'll talk about this and we'll laugh and we'll talk
Amazing.
about what it's like to, she celebrated 50 this year. I'm celebrating 60 this year. There's this fun story we can share. So, but I love
Yeah.
Who Do I Need to Know? This is so powerful over and over again. When you get the book launched, you're coming back.
Oh, yes.
Remind us again
I
when
have lots of friends here now, so
I mean, come on. We're having a party for you.
I think I might be moving
We're
here.
going to get you to Amazon bestseller. We'll just
Amazing.
We'll just go for it, right?
Amazing.
We'll do all the things.
I love it.
I love it. We'll put you on all of the people you know who are doing a podcast here in town. You'll just go
Amazing.
from one to another.
Who
to
else do
another.
I need to know?
Exactly. I think we've got that for you.
Yeah, I think you do.
So today, who do you need to know? That's your question. Let us know in the comments. Give us a shout out. Help us help you. Who do you need to know? Be real. This is for women entrepreneurs. We want real comments and stories because that could go a lot of different ways,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I'm just saying. Kristen, thank you. This was
Thank you.
lovely. Remind us again when Hillary's event and the name of it, and we'll put it in the show notes as well.
Relaunch to a Rich Life Live. It is September 17th, 18th, and 19th. We will be here at the Fairmont. It is a lot of fun. We have some special guests, some different entertainment. So it's part, empowerment and connection. Also a lot of fun. We had women last year, the day after the gold carpet party that we do on Friday night, saying, I haven't had that much fun in 7 years. I haven't danced like that in 10 years.
Wow.
And just crying, and it was really incredible because it's part business strategy, but also
Sure.
just
Lots of personal development and connection.
Yeah, it
And
was
you've
really
created that
amazing.
environment, and I love it. Now,
So I'll
how
see you
do
on the dance floor.
Yeah, okay, yes, you will. You will
I
see
did
me on the
invite you yesterday.
I'm all in. I'm so excited. Tell me how people can reach you.
Yes. So my website is Goldilocks, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, -productions with an s.com. On Instagram, Goldilocks Film, FILM. Those are the two ways. I assume you're not going to put my phone number in the show notes.
No,
but
we're not going to
hey,
do
why
that.
not?
Hey, because who do you need
Who
to
do you
know?
need to know?
So today, if I had a magic wand.
Oh, I love that.
And we're a year later. What are you wishing for yourself? What would a 1 year from now look like? Who you
So
needed
we are
to
in
know?
June. So I waited 359 days to start writing my book because I did to myself. I pre-rejected myself in the same way that a lot of women do with limiting beliefs and you don't have the time and whatever. So I started on January 4th, and for 4 to 5 days a week, I showed up. At least 1 hour a day, and I wrote over 30,000 words. So the manuscript is done, and I'm editing, and by next year, it will be out. And really, it's not like a money maker. It's not about that. I want to teach women how to just do it,
Right.
so that they
I
can
love
break
it.
through. And so
A year from now.
I just want to have my book out. I'll be getting ready for the next Relaunch to Rich Life Live tour with the movie, and just really spreading the stories about women to help women have those breakthroughs and do the things that they're telling them, I can't do that, or I can't write a book, or can't do a podcast, or whatever. And really just be an inspiration for women, and just keep meeting more women and amplifying the stories. I think that's kind of the word, amplify.
Ooh, love
right?
it.
Because
Amplify.
every woman, like Susie yesterday, I was blown away by her story. And I'm thinking, how can I help amplify her even further?
So how can we help amplify you? Who do you need to know a year
Who do
from
I
now?
need to know? Reese Witherspoon would be great.
Okay.
How about we just go knock on Hello Sunshine's door together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show up at the
Yeah,
production.
we'll bring my book to her book club.
Okay.
And then we'll make a
love
movie.
that.
We're just going to manifest that.
Okay, I love
Yeah,
it. You've heard us today on Be Visible with Veronica. Thank you so
gonna
much.
be visible.
Yes, we're going to be so visible you can't be ignored. By the way, if you want to know about your visibility, you could go to visibilityquiz.com and learn about how your visibility is showing up for you and how other people are seeing you before you even show up in the room. So go to visibilityquiz.com and you can have 30 minutes with me to talk about your visibility once you fill that out and schedule a time. And I'm so excited that you came and joined us today. I can't wait for this 2.0 version.
So much goodness.
Juicy. We'll see you in September.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye for now. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in to Be Visible with Veronica. If today's episode sparked something in you, share it, tag me, and pass it on. Your presence has power, and the world is better when you let it be seen. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and keep showing up as the unstoppable force you were born to be. I'll see you next time.